Hi. Hello. Okay, so I guess I just want to have a giggle fest right now, so I'll pull myself out of it. Just as soon as I started recording, I just wanted to giggle just forever. Not just a little giggle like usually. I wanted to giggle forever. So I'm telling myself to come out of it. Come out of it. Alright, so this accent, of course, is fake. Um, but I feel like it comes out usually as a defense mechanism. I think it's been doing that forever since I was little, and I think it comes out in situations where you think I'd be fine because I'm talking to people, we're having a good time, and then it comes out, and I just usually I go along with it, and then people want to know where I'm from, and then I'm honest and I say I'm from Stockton, California, and but they still hear the accent and still wonder where I'm from. It's crazy. What I don't really try and do is speak in the accent forever. Like usually the accent comes out on its own, and then I will go along with it, and that's what I do. And then when it comes to where I'm from, the accent will go away. So people will ask if I would just talk to them for the full time, men generally, if I would talk to them for the full time in this accent. And if I'm forcing it, if I'm actually trying to do what I'm doing now, that's when you catch things that go, oh, that's fake. That's when you catch it. If it's coming out on its own, it sounds very natural. I'm not fishing around for words. They're just coming out by themselves. And right now, I'm just forcing it. But so you're going to catch things, you know. Right now, well, it's not like I'm running out of ideas. I don't actually have a lot of ideas. So feel free always to leave me ideas. And so this is what I'm coming up with. I'm going to update you about my situation, but I'm going to do it, the whole video, completely in this accent. And I think someone left, there's some things that people are going to leave that I'm not going to be able, and I have a habit of doing this. I apologize. I'm just resting them, but on right here. But some of the things that you guys suggest, of course, I can't do right now, and but I probably will do later. And I think I saw, I didn't get to everybody's comments this time around, but this week I plan on making it my mission statement to get through all of the social medias, to get through all of the messages this whole week. That's what I'm doing, to get through all the messages. I thought I saw a little bit, because I do get like a little bit of what someone is saying. I think they were saying that they got a challenge. They were challenged to do something, and so I was pretty excited. I got distracted, but I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to get my first challenge. I was pretty excited to see it, but I didn't get to see it, and so I'm looking forward to seeing that, to find out where it is, but there you go. So I'm going to update you on our living situation right now. Let me see. First, we were in the situation where we were looking for a place to stay. We thought we had one, and things just were not looking very good for that. And but at the same time, where our place that we were trying to stay was not ready, this place where we are now was asking us to leave. This is a not very good place. It is better than when we first got here, though. It was pretty kind of scary when we first got here, and now it's just, the area is terrible. Where we are is still not good, but they are making it, they're making it a lot better. And now we have new management, and they upset people, but it's better than when but it's still not, I'm just resting. But it's still not an ideal place. So we are still in the process of looking for, but actually we do have a place that it's so aggravating, everything around that. So the situation now is it was supposed to be one or both of us leaving the month before last. Like one or both of us was supposed to be leaving. And neither one of us left. And so we put a lot of our stuff, not everything, but we put a lot of our stuff in storage. And we were just afraid for that next Monday, because that next Monday was going to be the 5th. It's going to be, we didn't know if he was going to accept our rent or not. And he did accept our rent, but told us that this month that he was going to do another he was going to do another, go through our income and see and everything. He decided not to, because when it was determined that one or both of us was going to leave, it pretty much started everything over again. So we are okay unless he decides to reevaluate us right now. So we are low income, but to live here, we're slightly over. And so what he did was he upped our rent and made sure to let me know not to take any more overtime, and I haven't been taking any more overtime. And for my daughter not to get a full-time job. She currently has a part-time job, so he's hoping that that's enough. You know what happened? I had a commercial pop up on my phone. So if you, I don't know why that does it now. It's like it recently did something. I probably downloaded or something. I'm getting off just for a second, because if you know how to get it off, please let me know. I'm recording and a commercial pops up, and actually I didn't know that it stopped recording, and so I went to the video. It seemed shorter than what it was. I did all this talking, and it actually just stopped recording. I got rid of the commercial and thought it went back to where it was, where we were, but it didn't. So that's unfortunate. So I did try and delete some apps that I had. It's not working. It's something I've been dealing with now for probably a little over a week now. I've been dealing with it. Also, just not doing anything, and then all of a sudden a commercial will pop up. It's very frustrating. I went to Google and tried to rectify the situation in the settings. It's not working. So I don't know if it is Google, because I also had to delete some apps. If it is Google, you are being a bit invasive, and any app that's doing it, if it is an app, you're being a bit invasive. If I'm not online, or there's already commercials that I'm going to have to deal with. If I'm in YouTube, I've already got their commercials that I have to deal with, and I can decide whether or not I want to look at those commercials. But then your commercials pop up on as well as that. Now I'm recording. I'm not even in anywhere where I should be getting commercials. I'm getting commercials. I'm getting ads all over the place. So I tried to download some apps that would get rid of those things. That doesn't seem to be working either. So Google says that if they're doing it, it's possible that it will go away within a few days. So maybe in a few days, hopefully. But if you've been experiencing this and you know what to do, please let me know what to do. So back to the story. I believe where we left off was my manager. He just decided not to, I guess, and it's not really a story either. It's just an update. My manager decided that we're good tenants, and we've been here now. It's about going on three years, which is, I thought we'd be here at the most a year when we originally got here, but it's really difficult for us to just go and just pick a place and move. We don't look very good on paper, but in real life, if we're your tenants, we are pretty darn good tenants. We stay for a bit. We don't really like to move a lot, but we need to go. And if he decided not to evaluate us, if he evaluates us right now, rather than when it's appropriate, because every year, once or twice a year, they have to evaluate us all anyway. They start asking for our income to make sure that our situation's all the same, so we can all stay here. It's not time. So if he starts it then we end up with the same thing. You're going to have units that you have to fill up, and you already have people in your units paying their rent on time and not causing any trouble, because we don't cause any trouble. And then you have to trust whoever you put in here. First you have to get them in here, and then when you have to trust that these people are going to be people that don't cause any trouble and pay their rent too, and you already have us here, so you might as well, hopefully that's, his take on it. But he did accept our rent, and I hope I am not leaving anything out, because I really was doing all that talking, and the commercial had really taken me out of so I don't want to leave anything out. But us going after our house, and it not being available, and then us also having to worry about being homeless, that is something that is now not something we have to do. We don't have to worry about being homeless. But I don't know if I already said that, the place that we were looking for actually said that it actually said that, my daughter looked up the address, because she actually memorized the address. She was very excited about us moving there, finally getting out of here, and she memorized it. She pulled it out. They said sold. So I was very angry at my the person that we're dealing with. I was very angry. He was a bit scared because he hadn't heard me react like that, but I'm human. I can only be pushed so far. So I wasn't even letting him get in a word in edgewise. Now, if I've already recorded this, I'm so sorry. I don't know. But I was telling him I didn't understand how the house was sold already. And when he tried to speak, I could not help it. I interjected, and I said, no, I don't understand how the house could be sold. Like, I don't understand. And I was so angry about it. And they did a search. He said that it doesn't say that there's an owner. It doesn't actually list an owner. So he suggests that they probably listed it that way so they could stop getting any questions about it. But my agent is trying to talk to the seller's agent, and the seller's agent is not responding to our agent. It's that agent isn't responding, which is freaking us out, because we're kind of thinking it is sold. It is sold, and she's avoiding us, but hopefully she's on vacation, and maybe she just has a whole bunch of things she has to deal with, and maybe she just couldn't get to our agent's email. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. But it does look like the place that we had our hearts set on is gone, and it's going to be very frustrating to have to go through this process again, because that's what we keep doing. We keep finding a place, and then something happens and we don't get it, and so hopefully everything works out. But we no longer have to worry about being homeless for the time being, until they actually do another evaluation, until it's time. So if you have any of that, that was just the update. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Please, there are some suggestions that you guys left. Of course, I can't do right now. I have no privacy, and so things will be better when we actually move, and I get some privacy. My daughter will have her boyfriends, and they will interact with one another, because as of now she requires all of my attention. And because we'll talk about our day, we'll also talk about something that we've watched, we'll debate things that we things that are happening inside our country. Oh my goodness gracious. And so I don't want to think about that right now, but yeah, so just let me know if you need to leave me any kind of like you want to leave me any kind of messages other than here. You just wanted to be in DMs, or I'm not really a DM person, especially on Facebook, because they're forcing you to do the messenger, which screws everything up for me. My email address is africasdimples@gmail.com. africasdimples@gmail.com. It is also, someone asked if I don't remember, but it is, I would need an email address, and it needs to be, he asked if I had an email address attached to PayPal. That email address is attached to my PayPal, africasdimples@gmail.com, and I will list it. And don't be, oh, yeah, it does take it takes a while for me to get to everybody, and so I think I'm tired right now. I don't know what I've said and what I haven't said, but I don't want this to be too long of a video, and it already looks like it's going to be a long video. So I did see somebody suggest that they actually got a challenge, and I didn't get to read. I just got a little bit of it, and then, you know, because it's hard for me to find time to actually go through the messages, and but I'm going to make that my mission statement this week, is to go through all the messages through across all of the not all of that, but you know, across the social medias, get through all of my messages and comments. And I'm excited because I thought I might have seen my first challenge. I'm like, what is it? What's going to be? What's going to be? So just let me know. If you have to email me, africasdimples@gmail.com. If you don't worry about like how long it takes. Something just happened. Don't worry about how long it takes. And I'll get to you as soon as I can. This is taking so long. Okay, anyways, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Okay, bye.